Hello and welcome to the launch of our show All You Ever Wanted to Know About Rebounding here at www.rebounding.tv. My name is Sylvia. I'm a body and mind coach and rebounding trainer, and I work in the field of health and fitness since over 25 years. I'm a certified trainer of the Alexander Technique since 1984, and I work with rebounding since now about 10 years. And I'm happy to share my knowledge with you, and I want to have this website www.rebounding.tv as the platform of our conscious rebounding community, of which you are part of. And I'm so happy to have you here. Have you here, you here, you here. And you know I don't see you, but I know you are here. And we're all celebrating this new start of this web TV show together. Welcome. And this brings us to the structure of this show. I thought, how can we structure it in a way that it makes sense to you? Because the field of rebounding and health is so vast. And I wanted to make it accessible to you. And I thought that probably we can do it like that we do a kind of ABC of rebounding, and each Friday we handle a certain letter. And for today, I thought, how can we start the ever first show of this episode of this TV show? And I thought we should start it with the letter J as in joy. J as in joyfully joining us on our journey to rebounding. J. So one thing which is already very joyful, these are our cells in our body. Because this is what they are doing when we're bouncing. When you're going up and when we're coming down. Up, down, up, down, up, down. You see? So they are getting elongated when we're in the highest point of rebounding, and they're getting contracted when we are on the lowest point of rebounding. And that makes them joyful because why? They get oxygen. So they are happy cells, all our trillion cells in our body. Happy cells. Now, as a real theme, which I want to speak with you today, is the theme of jogging. Jogging and rebounding. Many of us have jogged in their lives, some of us are still jogging, and jogging is a nice thing because in fact it moves our body in an up-down movement, which really helps the cells, and which really very much helps also the lymphatic flow to move through your body. The only downside is the impact on the joints. And when you're jogging, that's about what you get as an impact on the joints, especially when you're bouncing on jogging on a hard surface, like concrete, then your body will suffer a little bit. And I myself was a jogger when I was about 40 years old. I lived in Paris at that time. And when I was jogging, I encountered that I always had somewhere back pain afterwards. And I went to a doctor, to a chiropractor, and he said to me, "Oh, madame, you are now 40, you should not jog at all." And I was very upset with that because I had no alternative. I just didn't go to this doctor anymore. Very shortly after that, I moved to Switzerland, and in Switzerland I encountered the Rebounders, and I had gotten the solution for me, because instead of having this harsh impact, when you are on a quality rebounder, it looks like that, and then you can jog on the rebounder. And you see, the energy is very nicely moving through the body, and a high quality rebounder, 85% of the impact is taking out of the joints. So you're left with only 15%, which basically everybody can cope with that. When you are jogging on the rebounder, the gravity, of course, the gravity always goes from up to down. And you see, you have another alignment here. You have an alignment slightly forward. And so gravity falls in like that. So you are not in the optimal position of concerning for gravity. And you see here, as you're doing a left and right alternating when you are running, so you are not bouncing with both legs, but you are bouncing left, right. And with all your weight, you're coming into one foot here at once, plus with the gravity force not in your favor. you need to have very good ankles in order to cope with that. And for advanced rebounders, that's not a problem at all. But beginners, I would suggest that you start differently. And I show you an exercise where you can rebound, jog on a rebounder. It's slightly different from rebounding, but it has the same benefits, where the gravity is falling completely right through your body, and where you get all these benefits of rebounding without having a problem with your joints. And I show you how that goes. I want to introduce you to my dear friend Joanna. We're with the J, with Joanna.
Yes!
And in fact, it was with her that I gave the first rebounding workshop in America at her place. She organized it for me. And I'm very, very happy.
And I'm very happy to be here.
Great. And Joanna will help me to show you today's exercise, which is an alternative to jogging. If you could come to a slide. In fact, what we start is to first put the feet parallel, like you do. Very nice. And the width is the width, hips width. Mm-hmm. That's my most difficult word in America. Hips width. So, and then from there you come to a slide, parallel bouncing, exactly, and you do nice. You see, Joanna is already holding one hand in front of her tummy and the other behind to stabilize. That is just a reminder to really keep centered, because what we want when we're bouncing, we want the navel only going up and down, and not left, right, left, right. That's a very important thing for our alignment. And from here, if I could ask you to just go in a little tapping, yeah, exactly, 4 times each side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So there you see we already start going into kind of a jogging, in the direction of jogging. And that's how you start. You start slowly, and then you come a little bit stronger. Now we do it a little bit stronger with 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, and 1, 2, and now really high. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. Exactly. See it? And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. See, the head, in fact, the head is like, you imagine the head is like a balloon. It just floats up here, and then the spine is like hanging on this balloon. It's like the thread of the balloon, it's just hanging there. And the navel always goes only up and down, not left, right. And with this you have a nice stability when you're bouncing like that. Especially because also you are landing with both feet. You know, I told you before, when you're jogging you have left, right. Now here you're always landing with both feet, which gives you a much better stability for the ankles. So, thank you, Joanna. This was the exercise.
Awesome. Everyone keep rebounding.
Thank you. So, dear rebounding friends, this was the first episode of our new TV show, all you ever wanted to know about rebounding, here at www.rebounding.tv. I hope you liked it. It became a little bit longer than I wanted to, because I want to stick to a maximum of 5 minutes, and this first time it just went overboard a bit. And I heartily invite you to send us your comments and other questions or anything you want to tell us. And you can write that, as I said, here down in this comment. There's a possibility to write your comments here on the website under the show. And I wishing you a very good week. Have a great time on your rebounder and also off your rebounder. And I'll see you again next Friday here on this show. Bounce in good health.